Alright, how's it going, guys? Ace here, and before you is a giant slot machine. What makes this slot machine actually special, though, is that it has several different prizes. If I come up here, we actually have a couple of different prizes. We have the gold blocks, we got emerald blocks, enchanted golden apples, lapis, iron, and diamond. And it's diamond blocks. Um, Part of the reason is because it's actually so rare to actually get these prizes here. So probably want to swap this out because I've got it set up for diamonds, but probably want to swap that out for maybe like a something called tokens or something like that. But this is the basics behind the setup that I'm using. But yeah, using cauldrons to comparators solves some quasi-connectivity issues that I was getting with a different setup that I was using earlier in here. But the basics behind this thing here is that if all three comparators are matching, they all send a signal into a decoder. That decoder then runs up here and will unpower the corresponding torch. And so long as that corresponding torch is unpowered on all three, it will unpower the piston, which will unpower the comparator here. And granted, you don't have to make it all this long. In fact, I believe I shortened it up a bit up here because it's only the one set. Um, but I also did have to do some finagling because I couldn't fit the bottom one in without it kind of getting in the way a little bit. Well, I probably could have, but I wasn't sure how, and I wasn't about to rebuild it. But yeah, this is the triple decoder system running up through here. I would like to compact this down eventually. It's actually pretty fun to play, and I've got some little tunes that play as well. So if I do, yep, there we go. You can see it just runs. And you actually have several chances of getting a prize during the rotation as well. Um, I could probably fix that, but as it is, like, diamonds are even too expensive to use on this. I think there's like a 0.125% chance, or 0.0125% chance of getting the diamonds. It's pretty ridiculous. But let's see if we can keep going until I actually get something. Okay, so you saw during the rotation there was a time when all three of them matched up as food, and now we get our prize, which is some of those golden apples. The food is being marked with the hay bales. Of course, the cauldrons, as they are right here, are just duds. The cauldrons are what we're actually running off of here for the comparators. So as of right now, only one is a cauldron is a composter. So it's running into here, and we're actually keeping the signal because this one is reading the signal off of here, which is powering this, which is carrying that signal. That same signal, which this is reading, and so forth and so on. So if I hit F3, you'll see on the right hand side under targeted block there's something called power, and it says 3. So it goes 3, it's comparing, goes into here, and then power of 3. So it's carrying the same amount of signal into that powered block. It's currently being powered, and then does it again because this redstone dust is actually picking it up off of here. This redstone dust is picking it up off of here, so that's still power 3. So 3, 2, 1, and going off. I would like to compact this a little bit. Maybe make it a little more steady. Because as it is, it kind of just rotates around. Or wrong way, rotates around. And then as the signal degrades, that these observers will actually detect the signal degrading and go down from there. Now we have a 77% chance to rotate on this one, 66% and 55% chance on this one. And the reason we are doing that, for those of you who don't know, I live in Vegas. Usually it's the first one that stops first, then this one, or at least this one goes slower and this one goes faster. So that's kind of what I'm kind of trying to simulate there. Is this last one always has a higher chance of being the one to rotate. This one always has the least amount of chance to rotate. Up here we just have some dispenser setups here so that whenever you get a winning prize, it it pushes the piston out, and which will cause a clock between the two observers, firing off the dropper here, which we have the chests here feeding into there to make sure that it's getting the prizes it needs. Other than that, it just puts it into a water stream, sends it down. During that process, it goes across this wooden pressure plate into some note blocks, and so when you win, you get that little do 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 whenever you win. So it sounds like a nice prize winning, especially since the items are coming through repeatedly. It causes that to repeat, so it kind of simplifies the need for the redstone there. As for the thing here, I mean, you can just toss your items in. So if I were to grab some of these, you can just be like, okay, yeah, I want to toss my coins in, which is nice. And then we have a dropper here, so we pull down the lever to activate the dropper. That dropper sends a diamond into here, which will always go into the first one, and the first one is always the one to drop down. So what'll happen is when there's 42 in here, it powers this redstone right here, which will power this block, which will power this repeater into this torch, which will when this turns off, it'll actually unpower this block and this hopper, allowing another diamond to actually flow in. And also, it activates this other chip tune here, which, if I do it again, that's all it does. Now, I was actually going to do a video of me actually building it, and to be honest, I have way too much footage to be a traditional redstone video. I have something like 3.5 hours worth of footage, and a lot of it is me talking, and a lot of it is important information as I'm going through the process. But what I'm going to do is actually just have a world download here, and you guys can go ahead and check it out and see how it works. If you guys do have any questions about how any of it functions, once you've actually downloaded the world and taken a look at it, let me know. But I have done what I can here to kind of make sure that notes are placed in here with signs, Like here, the timer needs to be this long for now to offset the rotation time. Because, yeah, if this signal degrades too fast, then this will end up jamming up. And then what you have to do is you have to flick these three levers, and then these three levers up at the top, and that'll reset it. So what else? I think that's about everything that goes into it. Just each of these comparators. Whenever something lines up with the window, which the window is right here. So in this case, right now, we have two comparators lined up right here. Those are powering. This one's going to have a power of 1 because that's diamond. And if we take a look down here, we hit our F3 screen, look on the side, yep, power of 1. And the gold has a power of 2, which that's a power of 2. So yeah, it's just a matter of making sure that things are lined up. This was a super fun project to work on. It was definitely very challenging. The different powers are actually listed down here, and I actually have a book in here that has the different powers as well, so that'll help out. And if you guys want to try and build this in your own world, you guys are more than welcome to. But yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed. And in the meantime, I might be playing some slots myself here on my Minecraft world here, because this has been so super fun to play. But yeah, until then, this has been Ace, and peace.